there, ghosts and ghouls, Warlock Boo here, and excuse me if I sound a little hoarse or anything. The weather keeps changing down here in Georgia, and it's making my sinuses and allergies go crazy. So I'm not feeling great, so if you hear me start coughing and then everything goes silent, I probably coughed myself to death. Yay, Georgia allergies. Always hitting me. Now, what am I going to be reviewing today? Well, I recently got the chance to see Dragon Ball Super Broly. The first movie for the Dragon Ball Super series. Kind of the third, but the other two are labeled Dragon Ball Z. And what is Dragon Ball Super series? Well, it is part of the Dragon Ball series, which include Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, and Dragon Ball GT. Has a bunch of spin-off games, which I've reviewed on here before, but the Super is the most recent incarnation. Now, Dragon Ball Super Broly takes a character that has been used before in Dragon Ball Z movies, but has never been considered canon. And while the fans really like his design and his brute power, no one really liked his backstory. It was horrible. So the creator of Dragon Ball decided, I'm going to make him canon, but I'm going to do it my way. And he rewrote the character, so he still has that brute force and power you see in Dragon Ball Z's Broly movies, but with a much more stable backstory and just is a better off character now. Now, how is this as a movie? Well, it is dang good. The movie itself opens with the characters before anything in Dragon Ball happened. This is when Frieza blew up the planet. You actually see before that even. When King Cold, Frieza's father, gives Frieza his throne and basically says, Saiyans, he's your new ruler. Get over it. And then leaves. We get a really nice look at the Saiyan homeworld, how Frieza blew it up, a better look at Bardock, which is another fan favorite character, but was never canon. This time he's been reset as canon. We get a shot of him. We get a nice look at Goku's mother, Goku's brother, and the whole Saiyan hierarchy. They're not just barbarians in this. They're a warrior race. They have gunners, they have ships, they have mechanics. They feel more fleshed out now. Every Saiyan feels like their own character, their own personality. Even just looking at them, they look better. But we get a really nice look, and it's almost easy to split this into two movies, I'd say. Or three? 2.5, let's say. The first one being a revamping of the Bardock special, which I said was about Bardock. And him taking Goku off the planet. He decides to do it because his reasoning is he feels like Frieza's going to destroy the planet or kill the Saiyans because Frieza's been asking around about the Super Saiyan legend. Frieza's been looking into this, and he's gathered every Saiyan from off-world into one area, and Bardock's like, that doesn't feel right here. So he decides to send his son off, with the promise that if this is all in my head, we'll go back and we'll get him and we'll bring him home. But I want to do this just in case because I've spent my whole life destroying shit. I'd like to at least save something, do something good. And I like that. We don't see that the Saiyans are horrible parents. Now they're pretty decent parents with actual love and caring for their child. They don't just send the children out for no reason. And of course, Frieza blows up the planet, and we get some nice little looks at how Vegeta reacted, going, I'll never get to be a king. And Raditz and Nappa actually feeling the pain in that one, like, they blew up the planet, what? So it's a nice little character development without being over the top. The next part we see, because before the planet was destroyed, King Vegeta sent off a ship with Broly in it because he was afraid Broly would become too powerful. He was also angry that Broly could become more powerful than his son, Vegeta. So he sends off the ship. Well, Paragus, Broly's father's angry at that and leaves and gets his own ship, goes off to find Broly, blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to go into details in it because I still want you guys to see it. And lands on this planet that Broly had turned into a great ape and killed a bunch of these freaky looking bug things with these tongue stingers that just went crazy because he had turned into a great ape. And this world is quite creative. I mean, it's very brown and rocky looking, but the bugs are like giant ticks with these tongues they shoot out at you and like strain your blood, and then there's these craters that look like they're full of grass, but they're actually a creature that's head is like a dog when it comes up, and the bugs feed on them and they feed on the bugs. It's really interesting. Now, it skips ahead, and we see some really, really nice animation of Goku and Vegeta training up. And you learn that Frieza has decided to steal some Dragon Balls that Bulma had caught. Now, this gets hilarious in this part, because they're asking Bulma, why were you gathering the Dragon Balls anyway? And she goes, I wanted a wish to be 5 years younger. And they ask, why 5 years? Why not an even 10? And she goes, because if I do a 10, I'll look too young. And then people will start going on about me. Oh, who was your plastic surgeon? Who did this makeup? Now spill the beans. And she's like, I don't want to do that. And it was funny. And then we get a shot of Frieza. And they'd say, we have all but one Dragon Ball, sir. The last one we've located in Antarctica. What do you want us to do? And what do you want to wish for anyways? Is it immortality? And he goes, no, nothing. I'm past that. Never to be hurt. And he's like, oh, that would ruin the fun of fighting. Because now Frieza likes fighting, apparently. And this old lady that's standing next to Frieza just calmly says, he wants to be taller. And you see in Frieza's face, anyone else that would have said that to Frieza, he would have killed. But this woman, he doesn't. So I kind of want to know the relationship there. But he's like, fine, I want to be 5 meters taller. They're like, why 5? Why not 10? Because that would look unnatural. At least 5 meters. It looks like I'm still growing. And it's just a funny little throwback, but also gives you a lot more character development on Frieza. Well, you learn Frieza's trying to rebuild his army, and you meet 2 new main characters. I can't remember their name, but one's a pilot, and one's an alien who is in trouble for stealing a spaceship, so she joined the Frieza Force, so the police can't come after her because they're too afraid of Frieza. And they land on the planet. Discover Broly and bring him back to Frieza. Now, these 2 characters are quite fun. The male alien is a grizzled war veteran, pilot, great, kind of mercenary, I guess he is. The girl, she is incredibly hyper, funny, perky, but underhanded, ready to stab someone in the back, but isn't a bad person. The 2 of them play off each other really good, and we get a lot of fan service from the female alien, who I can't remember her name. I'm sorry, shoot me if you want. It's never feels horrible, because she's just so happy and stuff, and just at the same time, she'd shoot you if you did anything, but it's there. There's a lot of images of her bending over, of her messing with her shirt, and it points to she's the new fan service character now that Bulma's got Vegeta. It's funny. But they bring Broly back. Frieza's happy. And we get some really nice details on Broly. He's a very caring person. He really doesn't want to fight. He is actually more interested in making friends. He almost feels like a Tarzan in this. He's not really into that. All of that is from his father. Well, of course, they land on Earth. She brings Broly and Frieza brings Broly and his father there. They see Goku and Vegeta, who's come to intercept them. And we get some really, really nice combat scenes where Broly and Vegeta are just going at it. We see Vegeta in God form blowing Broly away. And it turns out Broly can harness the power of the Ozaku form, the Great Ape. So that's how he gets his power. But he doesn't turn Super Saiyan yet. He doesn't know how. So they fight. They blow each other up. You get Goku fighting them. And so to get him to turn Super Saiyan, Frieza remembers killing Krillin and that turning him. So he shoots Paragus and says, oh no, Broly, someone shot your father. It was a stray energy blast you deflected or came from you. Oh no. And Broly turns into Super Saiyan. Just goes berserk, and they can't stop him even in Super Saiyan Blue. Next, it's the battle keeps escalating and escalating, them working together, them having to leave. And I'm getting into spoiler territory here, so I'm going to end some of what I'm saying right about here, because I don't want to spoil too much, but you get a really funny scene with Goku getting Broly to attack Frieza. But yes, this movie overall is really good. The action is fantastic. The story, while simple, has a lot of depth to it. There's a lot of lore in this. Now, if you're not a Dragon Ball fan, this won't make you one. This, as a Dragon Ball fan or an anime fan, you will like this. If you like action, if you like fighting, you will like this. If you like lore and story, you'll like this still. Now, the music is kind of different. You know, they got the traditional rock music. But anytime Broly's fighting someone and Goku's fighting someone, in the background you hear, Broly, go Broly! And then you'll hear, Kakarot, go Kakarot! And it's just kind of, it's goofy, funny, and it grows on you as you watch it, like, almost like getting ready to face off in a match. And I mean, they are, but it's just fun. It's funny, it's goofy, it's silly. Animation in this is great. Sometimes. See, the animation quality dips and goes up. There's some parts that you're just like, what the fudge did they do there? And then I don't know why it does that. It's because some of the parts are drawn beautifully, great, amazing, and then other parts are just, no, that's ugly as shite. I don't know why. And so animation's kind of voice acting. I saw this in English, dubbed, and it's great. Every character is voiced perfectly. Vegeta brings everything. Goku's voice actor brings everything. I hate to praise him with everything that's going on in the community, but Vic Mignon does great as Broly, but with everything in his back thing, I don't think he'll be coming back as Broly. He'll probably be getting someone else. And that's a whole nother bucket of worms I don't want to talk about right now. But you can look up the whole Vic Mignon scandal. Characters are well done. Brilliantly done. Music's good. Voices are good. Animation's mwah. So what do I rate this? This is a 10 to me. This movie is the best Dragon Ball movie ever. It's now probably one of my top ones. Before this, my favorites was Fusion Reborn and Wrath of the Dragon. I just really enjoyed those two. This one, though, this one's so good. It's so fun to watch. When it comes out on DVD, I will be buying it like crazy. And the jokes are spot on. This series is great. And I'm hoping this points that they're going to be making more Dragon Ball Supers. I'm not sure if they will, but it would be so much fun if they did, because they left this open for more. So what do you think of this? Do you not like Dragon Ball? Do you hate it? Or maybe you haven't watched this movie and you're ready to give it a go. What do you think down below? Tell me. And if you like this video, hit that like button and maybe subscribe. I'm going to do more like these. I try to do these at least once a week, maybe twice, depending on what time I have. And if you don't, I'm going to haunt you. I am a ghost. I have that power. I have all that power. And you can't stop me from haunting your asses. And I will raid your fridge and scratch up the back of your video game discs. And I'll switch the cases on you just to screw with you. You better subscribe after watching this video, or else. But until next time, this has been Warlock Boo, hoping to be spooking y'all later. Bye!